Yes, guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. It's finished down at Craven Cottage, Fulham 1, Arsenal 1, and we have no one but ourselves to blame. 4 points. 4 points if we would have won today behind Liverpool, but no. Every time you ask Arsenal to take advantage of something, mission impossible. We don't do that here. Fulham, like last season, dropping points in both fixtures, and we're not learning. You tell me what has changed, because we're still dropping points to these media opponents who drop points to Bournemouth, Newcastle, Brighton, and now Fulham, who have been superb this season. Don't get it twisted, but come on, we're Arsenal. We're challenging for a league title. We're not competing with Fulham. We're not competing with Fulham this season. We're competing for a league title. We're trying to close the gap on Liverpool. And at the moment, we're just making baby steps. 9 points to 7 points. 7 points to 6 points. Just take advantage when needed, for crying out loud. The lineup. I mean, Partey as the right back. I don't understand why we keep accommodating Partey in this team when there's no room for him. Drop him. All right? Yes, he's been our best player this season, and he's been one of our best midfielders for sure. But that doesn't mean shift him as a right back. Come on. It's logical. Just because he's not done too bad as a right back, doesn't make him a right back, okay? It doesn't mean you take Timber out of his best position and stick him at left back. So basically, you've just taken away our right-hand side that's been playing so well in recent weeks to accommodate Partey, who's a midfielder. I don't understand. Yes, we've got injuries such as Gabriel and Calafiori, but you've got an out-and-out left-back on the bench who you could have easily brought on. Because if you want to stick with that game plan, whipping in crosses, Tierney is a perfect outlet for it. Martinelli. My patience is run thin with this guy. You are 23 years of age, Brazilian international, and you have no technical ability. How many times are we going to do this? Havertz did the same thing away at Chelsea. Looking directly across the line, and you're still offside. We've got so many passengers in this team. It's unbelievable. We need a new left winger. We need a striker, because Havertz, powder puff in front of goal. He's been crap for ages. There's your plan B up front, not Gabriel Jesus, because every time he's coming on, when we need a goal, it's like, well, scoring is not his bloody scoring. I don't even know what I'm saying. His goals are not his strong point. That's what I'm trying to say. And we're relying on him to score for us. You're like, what are we doing? We need a left winger, as I just mentioned. Because Martinelli and Trossard, when they start games, they're passengers. We need a Lookman or a Kvaratskhelia. Someone like that. We need a box-to-box midfielder, because Rice is not a box-to-box midfielder. And when you stuff out our right-hand side, we have nothing. We have nothing coming down that. The game plan cannot be to just give the ball to Saka and hope he whips in a good cross. You've got to do something different, Mikel. Switch the wingers. Play Trossard on the right, Saka on the left, in-game. Switch it up to confuse the opponents. Exactly what Liverpool did with Mane and Salah. We need something like that. We need a left winger. Someone who's actually willing to take on his man and produce the same the same output, as Bukayo Saka. Martinelli's not cutting it. Trossard is getting on, but he's even not cutting it when he's starting games. And once again, we have to rely on a set piece to bail us out. Kiwior proving today why he's a squad player at best. Poor for that goal. Fulham barely stepped foot in our own half up to the point they scored, which was early on. It's just mind-blowing. We have all of this possession, but no penetration. And I honestly thought going to half-time was going to be another Inter Milan or Newcastle. We're going to dominate the ball. We'd get the goal, which is exactly what we needed, by the way. Early on in the second half, and I'm sat there believing, yes, we're going to score here. Just same changes every week. You never see Arteta bold with his substitutions whatsoever. It's Jesus obviously is going to come on. One of Trossard or Martinelli, depending on which one's going to start. Moreno will make the odd appearance, who, by the way, is a £35 million player at best. I mean, let's be honest, he's someone to come on to see out the game, not someone who you should be throwing on to chase a goal. I honestly don't know why we brought off Ødegaard. Why couldn't we play Ødegaard and Wineri? We had nothing to lose. We needed a goal, so why take off Ødegaard and bring on Wineri? I liked the idea of Wineri, but why take off Ødegaard? I don't understand. Rice was okay today, to be fair to him. Whipped him some really, really good crosses that no one can connect. Havertz is pretty much everywhere. Right wing, midfield, left wing, centre back, everywhere but the fucking 18-yard box. And as I said earlier, he's been crap for ages. How about we change it up slightly? Play Trossard through the middle and then Martinelli on the left. And then use Havertz as an impact player. Because, funny enough, Arteta's plan B is currently our starting striker. He is a plan B, Havertz. So we should be signing a striker. And look, even if we sign a striker, it will not surprise me if Mikel Arteta gives him the same role as Havertz, for instance. Like, I'd say Havertz looks worse. Looks worse than we were without Ødegaard. I'm absolutely livid with that. And if Chelsea win, I don't even know the score at the moment. Tottenham have scored. Tottenham have scored. It's 1-0. Apologies, it's taken me this long to film the match reaction. I just had to go downstairs and grab a drink, for crying out loud, because I was livid. I was livid with that. We've got Everton next week. Beforehand, got Monaco in the Champions League. Oh, my days. I can't. It's just shocking. It's absolute. Oh, every time. A couple of results and then you're straight back down to earth. Arteta's got so much work to do with this current first team because Martinelli and Trossard are not good enough to be starting wingers. Rice is not a number 8. It's like he's fitting players who aren't their natural positions, but he wants to mould them into that sort of player, like Havertz, false 9. Rice, not a number 8. Partey isn't a right back. They tried it with Havertz in midfield, which didn't work, obviously. So, it's shocking. We need a striker. We need a striker. and a left winger. Whether them two positions get prioritised in January, probably not, but we need at least one of them. At least one of them addressed. Because that's where we can go, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. We've got the striker over the line, so we're going to get a left winger in the summer, right? Such as Nico Williams or Lookman. Lookman would be my number one choice. I think he's absolutely quality and he's having a quality season at Atalanta. So put the money on the table, go and get him. I'm just fuming. We move to Everton next week. Obviously, Champions League against Monaco. We'll see what occurs in that. And hopefully we do bounce back. None of this Partey at right back nonsense to accommodate Tim. But if you want to play Partey at right back, then fair enough. But at least have a left footer on that side. Big up Saliba for the goal, as always. 2 goals in 2 goals in 2 games for him. Ultimately, it's not enough. I actually thought we won it, and now I'm going to make myself look like a right mug. I'm honestly going to get clips for that because I thought we won it, and then it just all of that disallowed and Martinelli costing us. Oh my days. I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Subscribe if you're new, and come on, you go.